I'm recording. All right, Alan. You were also at the Wenatchee School Board meeting last week, and if you could just tell me what your takeaways were, how you heard about what was going to happen, and why you went and attended and saw for yourself.
Yeah, I heard that maybe there was going to be some people that were going to try and protest the meeting, and so I said I kind of wanted to see for myself what this meeting would be like, how people were going to make a statement for some of the school board policies that were possibly going to be passed. And when I arrived, what I saw was a lot of people that were unfortunately choosing maybe the wrong way to protest, and they were going into a public building, trying to protest some things that were mandated, and I'm all for peaceful protests. I think that we have the right to protest. I think that people, specifically those that are a part of the church and are trying to protest, from a religious perspective, I think we just got to be careful with maybe the way that we protest. What are some ways that we can get our argument heard, rather than maybe yelling or mocking our opponents or anything like that. I think that there's ways for us, especially as the church, as believers of Christ, to show people that we're going to be kind even when we disagree. And I didn't see a lot of that at the board meeting. I saw a lot of yelling of really what was chaos. People at some point saying, hey, while the board members are in recess, we should take their seats and hold our own meeting. And it was just really kind of this kind of overthrow moment. And I just don't think that is the way that we need to be protesting. We need to be kind. We need to be considerate of others, and we need to love our neighbors. And even when we disagree with them, we need to understand where they're coming from. And it doesn't mean that we need to agree with everything that everyone else believes in, and we can hold our own beliefs. But I really hope that in the future here in the Wenatchee Valley, we can really be people that love one another, even though we may disagree, and that we decide to, yes, disagree, but in times when we need to disagree, we do it in a way that's just considerate and loving, and ultimately we can see progress and make the valley a better place.
Yeah, and maybe just are you okay with saying you're a religious leader in town?
Yeah, I'm a pastor in town. I'm a religious leader, and so for me specifically, I noticed a lot of people in the room were saying things, in the name of Christianity, or many of them were doing things in the name of the church. And as someone who's a pastor here in the valley, I want us to be careful when we do things in the name of the Lord, that we're doing it in a way that is actually biblical. I don't think we would find Jesus or the Apostle Paul trying to overthrow a school board meeting by yelling or mocking at people, laughing at people, demeaning people. I think even if we are going to disagree, and if we are going to disagree because of our religious beliefs, and we're going to do so in the name of our Christian beliefs, I think we need to be really especially careful of how we choose to disagree, and we need to do so in a way that's loving, in a way that builds other people up and not tears them down.
Yeah. Well, do you have anything else you'd like to say?
I would just like to say that I have really come to grow my family here. We love the Wenatchee Valley, and the future is bright ahead of us. And I don't think that this is a time for us to divide one another or try and pick sides. I think it's a time for us to unite and come together and say, you know what, we just want the valley to be a better place. We want to love one another. We want to be a kind place that other people can come to and just say, man, what a beautiful valley. And so I think we have the opportunity to do that as we move forward, and just loving one another and being kind and gracious to our neighbors.
Well, thank you for speaking with me today.
Yeah, absolutely.